Now I welcome you all to the 5th episode of the solution to the mock examination. Here we are going to start with question number 5. Question number 5A is already on the board, in which it says that calculate the perimeter of the triangle below. You have this triangle with this particular size to be bracket 7x plus 3 bracket close centimeter. This side to be bracket 5x plus 9 bracket close centimeter. This other side to be 3x plus 15 in bracket centimeter. Now, if you study this question very well, you are going to notice one thing, that here is a sign showing that this line is equal to this line, and at the same time also equal to this line, meaning that all the three lines are equal. And in mathematics, when you have a triangle with all the three lines being equal, such a triangle is called what? We call it equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. It is in equilateral triangles that we have all the three sides equal, and at the same time all the three angles equal. But the values given to us here shows as if the sides are not equal, because there is something missing, and that is what? X. There is something here missing. That they replace that thing with what? X. We need to first determine the value for X. The question is asking us to calculate the what? Perimeter. Perimeter of a triangle is equal to what? We used to represent that formula with what? A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C is just telling you that add up all the three sides together. That is when you are going to, that will give you what? The perimeter. But in this case, the three sides given to us, even though if you say we want to add it up now, there's something that is still going to delay us, and that thing is what? X. This particular X. What is the value for X? Now, if you want to put something down, the first thing that I'm expecting you to write down is that we need to first indicate that this is an equilateral triangle. This we have to calculate perimeter. Perimeter of a triangle is equal to A plus B plus C. The meaning of this is, I'm going to represent the perimeter with capital letter P, which is equal to 5x plus 9 in centimeter plus 7x plus 3 also in centimeter plus 3x plus 15. This one also in centimeter. That is how we are going to calculate our perimeter for this particular triangle. Now, but we do not know the value for X. So in that case, that will now take us to another step. That step is that we want to determine the value of X. How do we determine the value of X? For the fact that this line is equal to this line and also equal to this line, we are free to match any of these together. We are free to equalize any of these together to determine our X. If we like, we can say this line is equal to this line to determine X. If you like, we can say this line is equal to this line to determine X. What am I trying to say? This means that 5x plus 9 is equal to 3x plus 15, and at the same time also equals to what? 7x plus 3. It's now left to us. Which one do we wish to match together? Are we having it in our mind to say this one is equal to match these two together, just saying that 5x plus 9 is equal to 3x plus 15 and use this expression to determine the value of x? Or are we trying to match this and this together, find the value of what? S with this? Anyone that we just try to equalize to each other, you are still going to arrive at the same value for x. Whether you said 3x plus 15 is equal to 7x plus 3 and use it to determine your x, you are going to arrive at the same answer as when you said 5x plus 9 is equal to 3x plus 15. Now from my own side here, let me say from my own decision here, I want to equalize 5x plus 9 equals to 3x plus 15. I want to use the two factors to determine the value of x. Now 5x plus 9 is equal to 3x plus 15. Boys and girls, when you have this expression and you are asked to determine x, what do you think will be the next step? The next step is that you are going to collect like terms. You are going to collect like terms. That means you are going to find a way of letting the figure with x be in one side and figure without any letters be at the other side. Now 5 here is here already. Take 3x to come and meet 5x. Here 3x is plus 3. On getting to this side, it's going to change to minus 3. Is equals to, here I have 15. I want to carry 9 from here to go and meet 15. Minus 9. 5 minus 3 will give us what? 2x. Now equals to 15 minus 9 will give us what? This is going to give us 6. 15 minus 9 will give us what? 6. Now we arrive at this. We are looking for x. We are going to divide both sides by 2. Therefore, we have 2x all over 2 is equal to 6 over 2. 2 we cancel 2 here. 2 here 1, 2 here 3. Therefore, x is equal to 3. Our value of x is equal to 3. Now, if our value of x equals to 3, and we said here that perimeter is equal to what? This plus this plus this. And we remember I said earlier that what is disturbing us to do the calculation smoothly is what? The value for x. Now we have determined the value of x to be what? To be 3. Now let us now come back to the what? Perimeter. That says 5x plus 9 plus 7x plus 3 plus 3x plus 15. We are going to replace x with 3 now in all these brackets. Replace x with 3. Therefore, we are going to have f. We are going to have 5 times 3 plus 9 in this bracket, plus another bracket 7 times 3 plus 3 plus 3 times 3 plus 15. Then close the bracket here. 5 times 3 will give us what? This is going to give us 15 plus 9 plus 7 times 3 will give us what? 21 plus 3. 3 times 3 will give us what? 9 plus 15. I know the question that some of you will ask is that, why not saying that 3 plus 3 and then I multiply it by what? 7. Or why not say that 3 plus 9 and multiply it by 5? Why are you saying 5 times 3 plus 9? That happens as a result of something we call it BODMAS. In every mathematical expression you are given, or in every mathematical calculation, always remember that there is something called what? BODMAS. And in BODMAS, we take it one after the other. This one is brackets, we open bracket. This one is off. This one is division. This one is multiplication. This one is addition, while this one is subtraction. In BODMAS, multiplication comes before addition. Multiplication comes before addition. That is why I multiply first before I add this to what? The next number. I multiply this one first before I add this to what? 3. I multiply this one first before I add it to what? 15. Now in that case, P now is equals to 15 plus 9. This is going to give us 24 plus 21 plus 3. This one also gives us 24 plus 9 plus 15. We are also going to have here 24. Why is each bracket giving us 24, 24, 24? It is because from the question it has been indicated here that all the 3 sides are equal, which simply means that if this place is 100 centimeter, automatically this place must also be 100 centimeter. While this place also must also be 100 centimeter. So the size of each of the what? Each of the size that we have here, anything that we arrive at one side is going to definitely be for the other sides. Mind you, it is not in all triangles that this used to happen. It is only in equilateral triangle. It is only in equilateral triangle. So in that case, if you add everything here up, the perimeter is going to be 24 plus 24 plus 24. This is going to give us 72 centimeter. 72 centimeter. That is the perimeter of this particular triangle. Mind you, please always remember, it is not automatic that what this side is must also be for this side, It only happens in equilateral triangle. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is question number 5b. Question number 5, and that question says that we should factorize. Question says factorize x squared minus 81. Factorize, this is B. Factorize x squared minus 81. If you look at this expression, x raised to power 2 minus 81, it is a topic, or let me say it's a subtopic, what we call difference of 2 square. Difference of 2 square. Why is it difference of 2 square? You are going to notice that this particular number 81 is a perfect what? Is a perfect square number. Now in that case, and in difference of 2 square, there is one standing rule there which says that x squared minus y is equal to what? X plus, this is x plus y, brackets close, x minus y. Now in that case, this one is square. In that case, when we have x squared minus 81, we are going to find a way of making this particular 81 turn it to a figure that we also have square. and when you square it, you are going to arrive back as what? It's 1. And the only number that will stand as a factor that when you square it, you are going to arrive at 81 is what? That is 9. 9 raised to power 2 will give us back what? 81. In that case, we are going to rewrite this one as, this is equivalent to x squared minus 9 squared. S squared minus 81 is equivalent to S squared minus 9 squared. If that is now the case, is this our final answer? No, that is not our final answer. That is not our final answer. Our final answer is going to be, we are going to apply this particular rule. We are going to apply it here. It's just very simple. We are going to rewrite this as what? X squared minus 9 squared is now equals to bracket open x plus 9, another bracket open x minus 9, and that is the final answer. Please, before I proceed here, this is a standing rule. X squared minus y squared will give you brackets open. You are going to write this one twice. One is now going to be plus, the other one is going to be minus. But this is our question. X squared minus 81. X squared minus 81. How are we going to determine a particular number that when we square that number is going to give us back 81? What is that number that when we square it is going to give us back 81? That is what we are going to think. That is what we need to think of. That is why we said that the only number that when we square it, we are going to arrive at 81 is 9. In that case, we now rewrite this as equals to s squared minus 9 squared. Because if you want to rewrite this one back, you can put it as s squared minus 81. 9 squared will give us 81. And we now write this one out, s squared minus 9 squared. Now, we now apply this rule. We rewrite this one in two different brackets. One is taking plus, the other one is taking minus. And mind you, by the time you expand this one out, if you want to cross-check your answer, if you expand this one out, the answer you are still going to get back is this. Can we cross-check that? The answer we are still going to get back is what? Is this. Let us check. Let's check. We want to expand x plus 9, x minus 9. X plus 9, x minus 9. X times x. This will give us x squared. X. Now x times minus 9. We have minus 9x. 9 times x plus 9x. Then 9 also times minus 9. We are going to have minus 81. Now in that case, x squared now minus 9 plus 9. Minus 9 plus 9. That is what? 0. This one have cancelled this. Minus 9 plus 9 cancel each other. We now have minus 81. So it's a free word. You can easily check whether your answer is right or wrong. But in this case, this is the right answer. Now we move to the next question. We move to the next question. That is question number 5C. Question 5C. That of question 5C, it says that okay, this one is even B1. This is B1 and this is B2. Now we are given a triangle. In this triangle, we have this place to be x. This is capital letter B. This capital letter A. Capital letter C. And this place is 70 degrees. There is a sign here. There's another sign here. The question now says find the value of x in the diagram above. Boys and girls, the question says we should find the value of x in this particular triangle. If you compare this triangle to the first triangle, you are going to notice that they are not the same. Even though from the sign that we have at the side of the triangle, the other one is all the sides are equal, and at the same time all the angles are equal. But in this type of triangle, whereby we have this symbol which is telling us that this particular line is equal to this line. If you look at it very well, you can see that this sign is not here. This two sign, this one is not at the baseline. So in that case, this type of triangle is what we refer to as isosceles triangle. Isosceles what? Triangle. It is the so-called opposite lines that are what? Equal. And the base angles are also what? Equal. What we really need here, which is one of the properties of isosceles triangle, is that base angles are equal. That means, what do we refer to as base angle? The angle at the bottom line. This angle is equal to this angle. But in the question it only gave us that this is x. In that case, for us to have known that this is an isosceles triangle in which base angles are equal, that means this angle also is also going to be what? X. You as a student, you now redraw this triangle. When you redraw the triangle, you call this place 70. You put the sign there, and then you put this angle there. This is x. You will now put this one here also as what? X. You will now rewrite by saying that angle B, capital letter B, is equal to angle capital letter C. We have it here. AB. This angle B is equal to this angle C. The reason is that the triangle that we are given is isosceles triangle, where base angles are equal. Now, if that is the case, that means this is also x. And we know that the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. The sum of angles in a triangle is equal to what? 180 degrees. If that is the case, let us add it up. That means angle 70 plus angle x here plus angle x here, everything must equal to 180 degrees. That is 70 plus x degree plus x degree is equal to 180. Why is it equal to 180? Sum of angles in a triangle. You can put it in the bracket in front of it. Sum of angles in a triangle. Now 70 plus x is equal to what? That will give you 2x is equal to 180 degree. Next step is what? That is, you collect like terms. You collect like terms. If you collect like terms, we are going to take away 70 from this place. We carry it to the other side to go and meet 180 that doesn't have x. We want to take away 70. We have 70 plus 2x is equals to 180. We are now going to write it as 2x is equals to 180 minus 70. Now 2x is equals to 110. Because if you subtract 70 from 180, you are going to arrive at what? 110. Now we are looking for x. Divide both sides by 2. 2x over 2 is equals to 110 all over 2. So we cancel 2 here. X now is equals to what? 2 here is going to give us 55 degrees. Our x is equals to 55 degrees. How sure are we that the value of x is 55 degrees? Now we can also check as well. How are we going to check? We are going to consider this place to be 55 degrees. This place is also 55 degrees. Then this is what? 70 degrees already. Let us add everything up. If your answer does not give you 180, that means something is wrong. 55 plus 55 plus 70. That is 55 plus 55 plus 70. If you added it up properly, you are going to arrive as what? 180. Because 55 plus 55 will give you what? 110. 110 plus 70 will give you 180 degrees. So that means the value of x that we determine is what? Is right. Now the next question, that is question number 5C. Question number 5C. Question 5C. Question 5C says that let me clear this side. Question 5C says that solve the inequality and represent your answer on a number line. You have to solve this inequality. You have to solve x plus 3. X plus 3 all over 5 greater than or equal to x plus 2 all over 3 plus 2. And at the same time, you have to represent your final answer on number line. Now, boys and girls, how do we go about this? It's just very simple. I've told you, anytime you are given a fraction equals to another fraction, in that case you cross multiply. But when you are given a fraction equals to another fraction plus or minus another fraction or plus or minus whole number, what you are going to do that's going to let your work fast and steady is that you need to find the LCM of both sides. You find the LCM of both sides. When you now determine the LCM of both sides, the next thing is that you will now do was you multiply both sides, by the what? LCM. Now let's try that. The LCM of both sides here LCM of both sides is equal to what? That is 15. Then multiply both sides by 15, which is the LCM that we determined. It's now going to be x plus 3 over 5 multiplied by 15 greater than or equal to x plus 2 all over 3 multiplied by 15. Put this one in brackets because it's a fraction on its own. We have another whole number plus another bracket 2 times what? 2 multiplied by 15. The question now is that why not multiply with only the fraction that we have? No, you are not going to do that. You multiply it by each element, each proportion that you have in both sides. Even though in this particular side, if you have more than a fraction, you are going to multiply the LCM by each of the fraction. And at the same time, if you have whole number as another proportion, you also multiply the LCM by that what? By that proportion. Now, 5 here 1, 5 here, 5 in 15, that is 3. At this particular side, we are left with x plus 3. Put it in brackets. Multiply by what? 3. Greater than or equals to 3 here 1, 3 here 5. That is x plus 2 multiplied by 5 plus 2 multiplied by 15, that is what? 30. And if you did not put the multiplication sign there, it's not a crime. If you just write it as 3 into bracket this, or you write this one as 5 into bracket this, you are still saying the same thing. 3 multiplied by x, this will give you 3x. 3 multiplied by 3, this will give you what? Plus 9. Greater than or equals to 5 times x, 5x. 5 times 2, that is what? 10 plus 30. Now we have 3x. Let's collect like terms like that. Collect like terms. You now have 3x minus 5x greater than or equals to 10 plus 30. This one is now going to this side, minus 9. 3 minus 5 will give us what? That is 2x. Greater than or equals to. In mathematics, they say there is something called board mass. In board mass, which one comes first before addition, between addition and subtraction? Addition comes before subtraction. In that case, we have this one up. 10 plus 30 will give us 40. 40 minus 9, that is going to give us what? 31. If we now have 2x greater than or equals to 31, 3 minus 5 is minus 2x. Sorry, 3 minus 5x is going to give us minus 2x, not 2x, minus 2x. Now we are going to divide both sides. Divide both sides by minus 2. Minus 2x all over minus 2. Another important thing here. Whenever you are when you are doing a kind of division in inequality, if you are dividing both sides by anything negative, coefficients, when you are dividing anything divided by what? Both sides with negative coefficients, the sign of inequality that you have will what? Will change. the sign will change. If it is less than before, it's going to change to greater than. If it is greater than or equals to before, it's going to change to less than or equals to. In this case, we have greater than or equals to. But because of the fact that we want to divide both sides by -2, the sign will change from greater than or equals to less than or equals to what? 31 divided by -2. Please don't get this wrong. Assuming we are dividing both sides by just ordinary 2, the sign will not change. It will remain as it is. But because of the fact that we want to divide both sides by -2, the condition here warrants that we must divide it by -2. In that case, the sign will change. The inequality sign that we have will change. Earlier before it was greater than or equals to. Because of the minus, it changes to less than or equals to. Now, minus we cancel minus. 2 we cancel 2. Here we are left with x. Less than or equals to minus. This is an improper fraction. We want to change this to what? This improper fraction, we need to change this to what? Mixed fraction. Anytime we have an improper fraction, we must change it to what? Mixed fraction. 31 divided by 2 is what? That is 15 whole number 1 all over 2. Let me write it properly here. We are going to write it as x less than or equals to -15 whole number 1 all over 2. That is 15 and a half. Minus 15 and a half. What brings about minus 15 and a half is as a result of this fraction. Anytime we have the improper fraction, you must change it to what? Mixed fraction. That is where we arrive at x less than or equals to -15 and a half. Now the next one under that same question is that we need to represent. The question instructs us that represent your answer on number line. Represent your answer on number line. That one is very simple. All you need to do is that draw an horizontal line. When you draw a horizontal line, that horizontal line, at the middle of your horizontal line, you are going to indicate a mark here. Write your -15. Going towards the direction, you are going to have -14. Moving backward direction, you are going to have -16. But our answer here is 15 and a half. Where are we going to locate our 15 and a half? That means we are moving towards the direction. 15 and a half will be in between 16 and 15. This is where we are going to locate it. Then you draw a line upward, write 0 on it. When you write that 0 finish, because of the fact that this one is less than or equals to, we are going to shade, we are expected to shade this what? This 0. You shade it completely. After you shaded it finish, where is the arrow pointing to? The arrow that we want to draw now is that we are going to use this particular symbol, this sign, to determine where the arrow is pointing to. Where is it pointing to? This arrow is pointing towards this direction. In that case, that is where our arrow here will point to. If you have greater than like this, that means this arrow is pointing towards this direction. That means we are moving towards this direction. But for this case, we're moving towards this what? Direction. And that is the number line that we are asked to do what? That we are asked to represent our answer on. In that case, that is the final what? That is the final answer for question number 1, question number 5C. Now question number 5D. 5D. 5D1. In the question number 5D1, If a car travels 18 kilometers in 2, if a car travels 18 kilometers in 2/9 hours, find the speed of the car in kilometer per hour. Find the speed of the car in kilometer per hour. So, the question is this. Even from the question, we have a small hint to the what? The solution. What is that hint? The hint is that they say find the speed of the car. Assuming we do not even know the formula for what? Speed before. The question says in kilometer per hour. That means what we are given in kilometer all over what we are given in what? Hour. The interpretation of this is what we are given in kilometer over what we are given in hour. Likewise, speed. The normal formula for speed is what? Distance traveled over time taken. The distance traveled over time taken. Now the solution to this one is this. Speed is equals to distance traveled all over time taken. What is the distance traveled? That is 18 kilometers. All over, what is the time? 2/9 hours. Now, how are we can as well rewrite this? We can as well rewrite this as $18 divided by 2/9. So I've changed this dash line to what? Normal division line. Divided by this particular dash line to normal division line. 18 divided by 2/9. Now this is 18. When we have this in mathematics, the division sign will change to multiplication sign, and the moment the division changes to multiplication sign, the next fraction to it or the next whole number to it will also do what? Will also interchange itself. This one will now be 9/2. It will no longer be 2/9. Do here 1. 2 in 18, that is what? 9. 9 multiplied by 9 is what we are left with. 9 multiplied by 9 is now 81 kilometers